Previously in the anime, a half-Russian half-Japanese girl named Alya loves Masachika, but she only confesses her love and flirts in Russian, so that Masachika couldn't understand what she said. But secretly the guy knew Russian language, but he kept silence because Alya might black out if he admits it. Then, Alya often gets jealous of Masachika's childhood friend Yuki. That she gets too close to Masachika, not knowing that Yuki is actually Masachika's very own little sister, but the fact is hidden from the whole school. And one day on a shopping trip they ran into Alya and Yuki tricked Alya into eating a super spicy ramen, so she ran off to shop alone and gave the future couple some time. Alya chose some sexy dress to show it to Masachika, and right then Yuki also got here, so Alya got so embarrassed that she thought of leaving this world. She got another shock seeing that both Yuki and Masachika dropped out at the same station, so with this worry she went back home where her older sister Masha welcomed her, but looking at Alya, Masha quickly realized that something is bothering Alya, so Alya told her that she saw Masachika with his childhood friend, and Masha understood that Alya loves the guy and she's jealous. And despite Alya trying to deny it, it was written in her face, so Masha had wanted to know how Alya and Masachika met. So the story goes back in the past when Alya was in Russia. At that time there was a group project teacher laid out, and Alya gathered her group and divided jobs to complete the project. This project was to create a report on local businesses, and Alya diligently started her work, but others didn't even start the assignment and took it lightly because there's still a week left. And seeing Alya doing her work, they told her to chill out as well, so Alya got angry and blasted on them. And then the best assignment award goes to Group B, and Alya got her heart broken because if her group had worked hard, the reward would have gotten to them. So she decided to do everything by herself from then on and never to rely on anyone, and a few years later she came to Japan, and there she saw the slacker on her side. In every period Masachika was a lax, so Alya just ignored him, but then comes the time for the summer festival and Alya took the job of making costumes, and some girls told her to leave it for today. But she was taking things too seriously again and said she would do some more and then she'll go home. Then there comes Masachika while she cried a little. He said the same thing to her because Handicrafts Club will help them out, and he even got permission to stay overnight. Now that's the motivation for the boys because girls will also join them to stay overnight. That's why he thinks there's no point in doing so much work. But Alya took that to the heart because she was just trying to do her best, so it hurts when he said there's no point. So Masachika explains that he means that school festival is to work together with the class, and Alya just left, but later when the joint session took place, she understood what Masachika meant to explain. Together, having fun, they made the best attraction in the school festival and even snatched the award for it, and later at night was the folk dance. And both were hectares away from it. There Alya joined Masachika and he thought girl doesn't know how to dance, so in defense, Alya said she knows ballet so normal dance like this easy for her, but she doesn't want to be bothered. Well, that's too expected from our ice princess, Masachika said. That's the nickname she got and she didn't like it. But still she thanked Masachika because what he said was true and wants to repay him, so Masachika asked her to allow him to call her by her nickname. Alya was the nickname she goes by at her home. And Masachika wanted permission to call her by that because it will raise his value in the market if he calls Ice Queen by her nickname. There. Some guys came to ask Alya out for a dance and they were pretty persistent, so Masachika snatched his girl away from them to have a dance with her. And that was the moment when Alya fell in love with Masachika, but she just doesn't want to admit it, while Masha also has a guy she loves, but that was such a long time ago. And then the next day, Masachika goes to the student council to help them out again, and there he meets Masha, but she recognized Masachika was her childhood friend whom she loves. But she kept it to herself because Masachika was here to help buy things for the student council. So both went to the mall and Masha got attracted by an Alya-type cat and thought of buying identical soft toy for every member of student council, but Kanzaki sure won't let her keep all that. So Masha just bought the Alya's identical cat, and while returning, Masha stopped to have some tea, and Masachika remembers about his parents' divorce. He wanted to stay with his father. But Yuki was sick, and she decided to stay with their mother and both got separated. It was not a pleasant memory, and Masha noticed it and hugs him to comfort him. This embrace felt familiar to Masachika. Then they came back to student council and Kanzaki saw a new guest's arrival, but he quickly denied Masha to keep it here. But anyways, he thanked Masachika for the help, because if Masha goes alone for shopping, she could turn the whole office into a wonderland, so he once again invited him for student council. But Masachika just wants to stay away from it because he never intended to accomplish anything by joining the student council, but there was nothing wrong with it. Kanzaki became president just to impress his girlfriend. Back in 9th grade he was a firm loser, but he got stuck on a girl and decided to change himself and became school president. So the point is that high and mighty intentions aren't necessary to join student council, because as long as track record is good and activities are organized well, it'll be fine. So Masachika thought of giving it a thought, but there Masachika noticed Alya wasn't there, so Kanzaki said he sent her to solve a dispute between football and baseball club. Around this time every year, baseball club prepares for their annual inter-school competition, but this year football club also entered preliminaries. So both club are fighting for the ground to practice. Usually Chisaki solves the disputes, but she's busy with the kendo club, so he sent Alya over there. And Masachika just thought of seeing how Alya is doing, and honestly it wasn't going good. She told both clubs that one club could go to the ground near the river to practice. But the problem was which club. Football club has more members, so they said baseball club should go, and their fight got started again, and Alya felt overwhelmed and alone again. So her tears fell out because that's the way she had decided to stay, all alone, and this was the results. So she prayed for someone to help her and her wish was granted when Masachika dropped by. He just came here to check up on her and saw the mess, so he thought it would be a great experience for Alya, but he heard Alya was calling out for help in Russian, so he came in to help her out. He knew the gist of the situation and proposed the baseball club should take the ground near the river. But in exchange the extra members of football club will help baseball club with moving their equipment. It was a good idea, and the manager of football club with other girls agreed to this. Seeing the girls' baseball club also agreed, and the dispute got ended. But while returning back, Masachika apologized for interfering in this, but Alya doesn't mind. Rather it looked like Masachika knew this would be the outcome of his plan. So Masachika tells Alya that the manager of the football club is dating the captain of the baseball club, which is why he stayed silent in the ruckus. So he knew football club manager would accept this offer firsthand, and baseball club would be happy as well by getting help from cute girls, plus captain and his girlfriend would get more time together, so it was a win-win situation. But for some reason Masachika knew it was Kanzaki's plan to drag him into this. Yet Masachika accepted his offer to join the student council, and Alya thought he'd support Yuki in the elections, and even if that happens, Alya doesn't want to back down. Seeing her resolve, Masachika decided to help her and take her side in the election. Alya felt happy and holds his hand and said she likes him in Russian, but it reminds him of Masha and his childhood moment. And Alya somehow guessed Masachika was thinking of another girl, and for that he got a tight slap, and Masachika graciously accepted the punishment, but it made him feel like his cheek got into coma. So when he walks Alya home, to make up for it, she kissed him on the cheek and left, but she regrets her action and confession she made earlier, and thought if she confessed properly, Masachika would turn her down. Then Masha came in and she looked kinda down, but Masha didn't show it and told Alya that she met Masachika and she thinks he's a good boy. So Alya should hurry or else someone else will snatch him away. What a complex situation it was. And our today's video comes to an end, but if you want to watch more episodes of this anime, please comment down in the comments section. Because I want to bring out only those anime that you all want to watch, and if you enjoyed the video, please like it to support me. Then let's meet in the next video. Until then, goodbye.